When I talk about music that shaped my life, music that carved itself deep in my memories, I can't avoid the name R. Kelly. I know it's complicated. I know, man. The man himself, his choices, his life, those bring heavy conversation. But like many people, I'm sure his music is too powerful to just chuck away and ignore. And not to offend no one, but I can't stop listening to R. Kelly, and I don't think I will. This man is too good in terms of music. I'm here to speak about the art because the music is just too powerful, too influential, too brilliant to simply erase. You see, R. Kelly wasn't just another R&B singer. He was a composer, a producer, a writer, a storyteller with a pen and a voice that could move nations. From the very start with 12 Play, he declared himself a force. Songs like Bump and Grind and Your Body's Calling weren't just tracks. These were experiences. They created atmosphere for the 90s. That was slow jams, real slow jams. That was dim lights. That was the soundtrack to intimacy for an entire generation. And then he proved it wasn't just about being sensual. It was about being versatile as well. R. Kelly could give you a street anthem, a gospel-inspired ballad, or a wedding classic, all in the same era. He understood melody. He understood melody in a way few artists ever have. His voice blended power with smoothness, strength with vulnerability. He could be the preacher, the lover, the storyteller, all in one verse. Take You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Think about that for a moment. One of the greatest entertainers of all time chose R. Kelly to write one of his most iconic ballads. That alone cements his place as one of the greatest songwriters of our generation. Because when Michael sang those words, the world listened. But the genius behind the pen was Robert Kelly. And then there is I Believe I Can Fly. That song was more than just music. It was an anthem of hope. You could hear it at graduations, at church services, in school assemblies, in movies. It inspired people to dream bigger, push further. That wasn't just R&B anymore. That was gospel. That was spirit. That was humanity reaching for something higher. Few songs ever reach that universal level, and R. Kelly wrote one. Now, let's not forget Step in the Name of Love. That song alone became a cultural tradition. Weddings, birthdays, block parties, you name it. Whole communities came together to that rhythm. Step in unison, moving as one. That one That one. That's more than just music, man. That's a legacy. A song that doesn't just play, but lives. And when people hear it today, they don't just remember the lyrics. They remember the moments. They remember the dance floor, the family, the joy. And then, of course, Ignition remix. You can be anywhere in the world, and when that opening line drops, the vibe changes instantly. From Chicago to Kingston to London, that track has power. That's not hype. That's timelessness. That's proof of how a song can be forever young, forever alive. But R. Kelly's genius didn't stop at singles. Whole albums were journeys. TP2.com or Chocolate Factory. These weren't just records. They were soundtracks to decades. They were layered, diverse, carefully crafted to give you ups, down, laughter, heartbreaks, and redemption. He mastered the art of sequencing, making every project feel like a complete story. Now, hear the truth. I'll wrestle with it. I'll wrestle with the idea of separating the artist from the art, because normally I like to match the music to the man, the creation to the creator. But with R. Kelly,
controversial topic
the music is too embedded in my life to ignore. If I erase his music, I would erase the first slow dance I ever had. I would erase family gatherings where we all step to the same rhythm. I would erase the soundtrack to my teenage years, my heartbreaks, my celebrations. I would erase the spirit of my soul, my memories. And then that's what makes this conversation so complex. The man has faced his consequences. He has to, and rightfully so. But the art, the music, continue to live untouched by the mistake of its creator. It remains genius. It remains timeless. It remains part of us. Or should I say part of me?
He helped shape the
when
modern R&B,
you hear R. Kelly
influencing artists like Chris Brown
at a piano, you don't just hear keys. You hear passion.
Kelly was one of the pioneers.
You hear decades of craft.
Production techniques and songs.
You hear a man who understood music at its core.
Can't talk about R.
Melody,
legacy without
harmony,
his personal life,
bridges.
criminal actions have overshadowed.
He built songs
the numerous
like architects build monuments.
Rightfully tainted his legacy.
Songs that were bigger than him.
That artistic talent doesn't
songs that belongs to the people. Oh yes, I will say it without fear of judgment. I still listen to R. Kelly because the art is too powerful, too woven into my history, too connected to who I am. I can't just switch off a lifetime of memories because the creator failed. The music lives on. It always will. Even as the song Fiesta, the original, not the remix. That song is one of my favorite songs to put me into a dancing or happy mood when I'm ready to go and party. Because that song in my early days of partying, that was the song that I used to dance a lot to. Zip it up, to be exact. And maybe that's the legacy, or the real legacy here. The man may be flawed, but the music is immortal to me. And that to me is a mark of a true musical genius. Bless up.